Another live. Another live. What's going on, people? What's going on, Bumblebee? What's going on? I'm pulling crazy numbers on your vids, man. I can lie. Yeah, the videos have been doing well. The draft videos have been doing well. I have a couple that did well on my Instagram too. I did like 50,000. The TikTok's doing all right. Yeah, the numbers are going up slowly but surely. We're growing. I think we went up like 50 subscribers in the last 2 days. It's pretty good. It's good for me. And where my little channel stands, because right now we're at 770. Yeah, 770. I think this morning I was at 760. I commented and got like 70 likes. It's nuts. Which video? Which video did you get? Did it get 70 likes on? Let me pin my thing there. Pin message. I want to see you overtake Andrew. Can't remember his full channel name. Andrew. Who's Andrew? Andrew. Oh, you mean Andrew Finichel? I don't mean to even overtake him. I mean, we're kind of in the same, like, on the same boat. I think we can both coexist. He seems like a nice guy. The Ace Bailey video. Oh yeah, the Ace Bailey video is doing well right now. I don't know exactly what it's at, but I know the Ace Bailey video is pulling a little bit of traction, especially today. Yeah, it's at 14,000 right now. But I don't know if that's a real view count. I don't know. Fishing Boy, what's going on, man? How's it going? How's what is it today? Saturday? How are the Saturdays going? How's it going? Rumva Beauty, what's going on? You got over 700 likes. Let's see. We got 25 people in here. What's going on, everybody? We're talking basketball. We're going live almost daily. I'm trying my best. And we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now. So if you could like the stream, subscribe, and let's talk. Let's talk. What's going on, Rumva? You got over 700 likes. Let me see exactly what it's at. It is at 722. Okay, yeah. Let's see your comment. Yeah, it says if this is really him, you should stay humble. You got picked on top of it. Yeah, 72 likes. You want a hot take? I would love a hot take. You know me. I would love a hot take. I don't want anything. Let's chat. We don't really have a lot of direction over here. We're just talking. We're talking. That's what we do. We're talking basketball. We got some new news today. I didn't think we were gonna get any news today, but we got the Lonzo trade. We got the Lonzo and Okoro trade. What a random deal. Man, the Bulls, their organization is just run not good at all. Memphis Grizzlies next year don't make it out of the play-in tournament. Yeah. I agree with that. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Talking feet? What do you mean talking feet? Lakers win the in-season tournament again. I could see those things happening. I wouldn't say those are hot takes. But let's talk about the Bulls Cavs trade a little bit. I love it for the Cavs. For the Cavs, you get that backup point guard to replace Ty Jerome. If Lonzo can stay healthy, that's a massive W for them. They get rid of Isaac Okoro's contract. Yeah, they take on Lonzo's contract, which isn't amazing, but if he can give you something that's half of what he gave Lonzo in half of what he gave that Bulls team like 2021 when they were the first seed for a little bit, that's a win. That's a win of a contract. For the Bulls, you get Isaac Okoro, and I don't know. I guess there was no reason to keep Lonzo Ball around because you have a lineup that works without him with Giddey and Kobe White. I don't know, man. Just bringing in Okoro, who's on a worse contract than Lonzo. He's in a weird spot. It's weird. Was it the 2022 season the Bulls were doing that? The straight at me reminiscing over the 2022 Bulls. They were killing the East out before Lonzo got injured. I remember them being the 1 seed too. Yeah. I thought it was the 21 Bulls. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Whichever team that was. But yeah, they were obviously never gonna get that Lonzo again. But who knows? Maybe Cleveland does get that Lonzo. Maybe miracles happen. I mean, it's a decent trade for the Cavs. I just feel like the fans ain't like what they did. You think the Cavs fans didn't like that? If the Cavs fans not liking what they did, they're stupid. That's a great deal. Lonzo will be good for them, and he brings like a more defensive minded player to back up Darius Garland, who struggled a lot defensively throughout his whole career, and it especially showed last year. And you get a guy who can facilitate that Cavs offense, facilitate and work phenomenally next to Donovan Mitchell. He's just a great fit. What Cavs fans are really mad about that? Chicago getting rid of Lonzo. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't even think Chicago fans are mad at getting rid of Lonzo, but I think they're mad because they got Isaac Okoro in return. They could have gotten a first-round pick for him if they just decided to take on Marcus Smart's contract last season at the trade deadline. But now you walk away with Isaac Okoro, who kind of feels like he's plateaued as an NBA player. It's not ideal. But Cavs need a true big. Their post players got ate up by the Pacers. Yeah, but where can you even... They don't have a lot of, like, pivot room. You can move Garland, but I don't think they really want to move Garland. Jared Allen was... you got to rely on Evan Mobley to keep progressing. Jared Allen is Jared Allen. I think they'll be fine defensively next season. I'm more worried about their weak point being at the point guard position with Darius Garland, more than I am with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen not being able to pull their weight. Lakers make conference finals. I could see the Lakers making conference finals if they make the right moves. If the Lakers pick up an Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which I don't even know if they have the cap space to do now that LeBron took that player option this morning. If they can get a Clint Capella, and Clint Capella has a year that, like a great contract year, like kind of how they got Malik Monk a couple years ago, and he played really well for them, and then he went and got a bag in Sacramento. Like, if Clint Capella can come in and do that for them, which I don't think he can because he's kind of been regressing ever since those, like, Houston days, honestly, then maybe they make that conference finals run, but who knows? If they pick up an Al Horford and Al Horford is their center, it's not going to work. Same with a Brook Lopez. I don't think a Brook Lopez would really work. I don't think they're getting that type of center. They should have got the other guy from Charlotte when they could have, Mark Williams. Yeah, that was a tough blow. That was a really tough blow. Mark Williams would really help them last season and this season too. I feel like he will get hurt in Cleveland and be a bust there. You think Lonzo will get hurt? Well, I feel like it's unfair to bank on somebody getting hurt. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Lonzo does get hurt and maybe it doesn't work out in Cleveland. But it's a good trade for Cleveland nonetheless, because you unless it's like a Joel Embiid or who's another really injury-prone guy, you can't really bet on it. I feel like he has great potential. Like you're saying Lonzo has great potential to get hurt? Great potential if he doesn't get hurt, yeah. If Lonzo Ball doesn't get hurt, then this is like a match made in heaven. This is a great trade. 31 people in here. I think this is the best for me. Welcome everyone to the stream. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow something here, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're talking basketball every day, whether it's on the channel or whether it's on the live stream. We're doing our best, being consistent, doing our best to be consistent. Poor Dalton, he was finna trade him and then cancel. It's like my ex making think she was gonna bring him in and said, psych, like stop playing. Yeah, that's rough for Dalton Connect. I'd be very surprised if Dalton Connect is a Laker next season. I think they'll try to package Dalton Connect and maybe a Hashimura up and get a center out of that. That's what they should do. They shouldn't keep Dalton Connect around. He has too much value. I like this channel also for sure. Keep it up. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Dion. It means the world to me. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that's what they should do. Do you think they'll trade Austin? I'm not going to rule it out. I don't think they do trade Austin, but I'm not going to rule it out. I saw someone say they could trade Austin Reeves for Jalen Duren. I don't see why the Pistons would do that, but that would be ideal. That'd be pretty good for them. But no, I don't think they will trade Austin. But you never know. They might take a swing. They might just take a swing for it because this could be LeBron's last year. Like, next season could be LeBron's last year. If not, then it's most likely the year after that. I don't think I see LeBron playing 3 more years in the NBA. That's just not something I see being a realistic reality. The thing is, I like him for their future. Yeah, but the Lakers got to invest in something. They either got to invest in winning the future, or they're going to invest in winning right now with LeBron James. Because they can't go the double timeline route. Because we've seen time and time again that the double timeline thing, it doesn't work. Me too. I feel like he will not be done next year, LeBron. I don't know. He might be done after next season. I wouldn't bank on LeBron playing another season after this season that's coming up. LeBron might be done. Not that I think he can't play after this season, but it gets to a point where, like, will he even want to play after next season? Because what would that be, year 25? It's not even, it's excessive at a certain point. If LeBron wins, what does it mean for his legacy? If LeBron wins another ring, then he's the undisputed GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT in my opinion right now, but if LeBron wins another ring, undisputedly, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, right? And that's not crazy to say. Because my thing is, if they do win, let's say Luka wins Finals MVP. It doesn't matter if Luka wins Finals MVP. If LeBron gets another ring, that man is the undisputed greatest basketball player of all time. No other argument can be made if LeBron wins another ring at this point in his career. And as a contributing basketball player, as I think he will be next season and however long he plays after that, even though I don't think it will be that long, LeBron will always be LeBron. What do you think about the KD trade? I think it's a great trade. I think it's a great fit for Houston. For Phoenix, you get, I don't know. Phoenix could have gotten more, but for Houston, you get Kevin Durant. You get him basically in a perfect spot because you have him, a bunch of scorers around him, or not a bunch of scorers around him. You get him, and he could be the 1A guy. He could be their first option. Then you have a bunch of defenders around him. It's pretty much a perfect setting for him. For Phoenix, you could have gotten more than what you got. You got the 10th pick. You got Jalen Green. You got Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks is a contributing player. Jalen Green, not so much at this point. But who knows? Maybe he can progress. Maybe a change of scenery helps him out. I like what Phoenix did following the Kevin Durant trade. I like that they got Maluach with the 10th pick. They traded the 29th pick for Mark Williams. I thought that was a great move. Mark Williams and Kamal Maluach, that's 2 great center depth pieces. But I think they could have gotten more out of that original Kevin Durant deal. 51 people in here. Welcome everybody. Be sure to like the stream and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers at the moment, and we are talking basketball almost every day. Kid's not even old enough to remember Kobe's prime, and he's declaring who the GOAT is. Well, yeah, that argument will always be made at my age and how I can't be educated. But I don't know. I'd say I've done my homework. Can you grab the camera for Lamar Jackson edit? I got you. I got to do this right. So in order to do it right, I got to turn the green screen off. My hand's too white. To replicate Lamar Jackson's. Anyways, where were we? You youngins don't know about basketball as much as you think you do. When I was your age, I used to think Kobe was the GOAT until I got older and became humble and realized MJ is the GOAT. Well, with all due respect, thought process. With all due respect to you, I don't know if you have dug into basketball how I have. Like, basketball has been like an intricate part of my life for years now, and I've gone back and I've watched the film. I've gone back and I've looked at the statistics. Trust me, I've done my homework. I'm not just gonna come on here and talk about things that I don't know about. Basketball is. You grew up in I can't subscribe to this. If you can't subscribe to this, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. I grew up in basketball, brother. That's you. I think I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to yours. That's that. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. If it's becoming a personal thing, I'll debate with you about basketball, but I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Bro, we are talking about recent thought process. Since I was 6 years old, I'm 39 now. It's the point that you made. What's the point that I made that you're so upset about? All right, man, they made the wrong decision. They needed a small forward. The Cleveland Cavaliers need a small forward, and they got freaking Lonzo Ball. No respect. I pay respect of Lonzo Ball, but what do you mean, Chris? I feel like Lonzo's a great acquisition for them. They got rid of Isaac Okoro, who pretty much stunk it up for them in the playoffs last year. I think Lonzo's a great acquisition for them. Thought process. Let me know what thing I said that really got you worked up so much. Wow. I'm not upset, but you're saying you know your stuff and that you're educated on basketball. I'd like to say I am educated on basketball. You can say the age thing, but I've done my research. I've done my homework. You can believe that. You cannot believe that. That's all right. That's on you. I'm not gonna sit here and get personal and say, hey, you don't know this. I know this. That's perfectly okay. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Yeah, and people thought Kareem was the GOAT. Yeah, no. Well, Kareem was the GOAT at a certain point. He is. I appreciate the support, Dion. I appreciate him. I do. We got 54 people in here. I think this is my new most. Respect your opinion, but my age group watch these players in real time. That's great. That's great. Maybe you are more educated than me. But, my opinion. And you, of course, can have your opinion. That's 100% fine. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to go back and forth. So, what is everyone's thoughts on the Chicago and Cleveland trade? What do you think? What do you think the Bulls are trying to do? What do you think the Bulls are trying to do with acquiring Isaac Okoro? Like I said, as you get older, you will change your mind. Maybe I will. My mind is always evolving, just as everybody will. But yeah, the era's changed and the skill level changed. Imagine dominating the league for 22 years in a quick growing league. Well, yeah, it's a different game at this point, and it'll continue to be. I'll subscribe just because I like your response. Thank you, thought process. Thank you. It means a lot. This gives a good backup for DG. Yeah, it gives pretty like the ideal backup for Darius Garland. It gives a guy who plays defense and he does it with a certain aggression that Darius Garland doesn't, and he's basically not physically capable of because of this size and what God gifted him with. Lonzo Ball is the ideal guy, and he's a great facilitator. At his best, he can shoot the ball. Will he be at his best throughout this season or in the future? I don't know. That's something that is yet to be seen. I hope he will, because I love Lonzo Ball. I love his game. I love the way he plays. I'm very excited to see the way that he backs up Darius Garland and how it goes for Cleveland next year. Because I truly think this does move the needle for the Cavs. I think it's a great deal for them. I feel like Isaac is younger and has talent, so Chicago will try to build his confidence to make him good. Well, yeah, I think that's kind of what they've been trying to do with Patrick Williams for a long time, and it almost feels like those two guys, Patrick Williams and Isaac Okoro. I hate to say it, but it almost feels like they've plateaued. You know what I mean? I'm sure they will try to do that, and maybe they can get something out of him. I think that'd be great for Chicago. I'm rooting for the Bulls. I have family in Chicago, so I've been to the United Center a couple of times. I went to see that MJ statue. This could be what the Caruso trade was for OKC. Yeah, in a perfect world, this is what the Caruso trade was for OKC, but in Cleveland. I remember one video I said, give me $250 and I'll play as a good role player. Way too many people like that comment. It moves the needle because Lonzo has good IQ, but Lonzo is damaged goods. Okoro can still improve. Yeah, Okoro is capable of definitely still improving. He's capable, but to me, it just feels like he might have plateaued a little bit. I'm with Cleveland. Are you a Cleveland fan? You a Cleveland fan? Let's see, we got 54 people in here. Wow, this is going well. I appreciate the love from everybody. I really do. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining the live, being in here with me. It means a lot. Cleveland fan, what do you want them to, do you want them to move Darius Garland? Are you high on Darius Garland? Because I'm seeing all these rumors about Darius Garland. I think people are just talking. I don't think they should move Darius Garland. I think people love to talk. And if anything, what this trade has showed us, that Jordan Poole, CJ McCollum trade, is that people are just talking. These reports, people are just really just talking. This, the media, it's all just yap. Okoro doesn't seem to work hard enough. Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I just want Curry to win one more ring in the GOAT debate. Well, I don't think Curry will ever be the GOAT. But who knows? Maybe he wins 6 rings. Mindset is everything. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I like DG a lot. Yeah, me too. I like DG, and he's perfect for that Cavs team. Did I just see someone ask, what's your body count? Jack Hart? All right. Not gonna lie, this was a bad trade for the Bulls. they could have gotten better, but this was the best offer. Yeah, the Bulls definitely could have gotten better. I saw a rumor that I had to leave an unnecessary comment. Gee, thank you, Bumblebee. Yeah, I saw a rumor that they could have got Lonzo out of there for Marcus Smart and a first-round pick last year at the trade deadline. All they had to do was take on Marcus Smart's contract. That would have been way, 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 way better. Even if Curry wins 6 rings, he's not the GOAT. This is what I mean with some of you youngsters. If Curry wins 6 rings, leading the Golden State Warriors for the next 6 years, leading them to 6 rings, he's not the GOAT? He's not? Are you a 304? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means, Jack. Dude, should I Google that? What is a... Well, I mean, he's top 5 at best. Well, this is just a hypothetical. Means ho. Oh, thanks, thought process. Thanks. No, Jack Hart, no. No. How do you feel about VJ? I love VJ's game. I think his ceiling is so high. Those athletic guys, those defensive guys with a high motor like VJ, I think his ceiling it's way up there. I'm very high on VJ Edgecombe. I think he would have been perfect in Charlotte. But Philly works good too. He gets to be on a team that, who knows, maybe they're in the playoffs next year. I'll be back in a bit, my guy. See you in a bit, Mumby. Let me ban Jack Hart. Let me get you out of here. How do I ban somebody? Anyone know how to do that? Hide user from channel. Okay, there we go. I think he will be top 5 rookies. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I could definitely see him being a top 5 rookie. Jack Hart is gay. It seems. Yeah, it does seem. Jack Hart was being borderline pervy. That was weird. I feel like LaMelo Ball should be on a better team for sure. I don't know. He's been inconsistent and he's never healthy. He's a walking highlight reel, but well, he isn't. I don't think he deserves to be on a better team because he hasn't led the team he's on right now to be any better than they are. Spurs finals contenders in 3 years. I think they could be finals contenders within the next 2 years, depending on how they go about building the team around Wemby. Because I think they're moving in the right direction right now. They just got Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant. That's an A+ draft for me. You get Dylan Harper, who I'm not going to give him too much credit on drafting Dylan Harper because he was the consensus number 2 guy. But you get Carter Bryant at 14. Carter Bryant was one of my favorite guys in the draft. He's strong. He can guard 2 through 5. At his best, maybe at his peak, maybe one day he'll be able to guard 1 through 5. He can shoot. That form looks great. I think he was even limited by his role in Arizona at some times. So I think Carter Bryant is going to be really good. I think Carter Bryant could play some minutes for them next season. VJ Edgecombe has a lot of potential. Yeah, agreed. VJ Edgecombe has unlimited potential. Now I'm not with that. Not with the Spurs. Fox, Harper, Castle, Wemby. That's scary. Yeah, and I'm sure that won't be what their core is in the next couple years. I'm sure they'll go up from there. Dylan Harper was a crazy pickup for San Antonio. Yeah, getting that second pick was massive. That was massive for them because Dylan Harper is going to come in and play serious minutes for them next season, probably 6-man minutes. I think I might be wrong. No, yeah, you're right. Dylan Harper is a great pickup for them. I'd be very surprised if Dylan Harper is not second in Rookie of the Year voting behind Cooper Flagg. I think Cooper Flagg will get it, though. That guy's a dog. Cooper Flagg is different. And Dallas really lucked out getting him. Like, seriously lucked out. Everybody, we got 34 people in here and 8 likes on the stream. Be sure to like the stream. What about Mavs coming up this season? How far do you think they will make? I think the Cavs will be a top 6 seed. I think the Cavs are definitely capable of being a top 6 seed. They need to get a point guard to bridge the gap from the beginning of the season to when Kyrie gets back. I'm hearing rumblings about Chris Paul. I'm hearing rumblings about D'Angelo Russell. Maybe they pick up a Tyus Jones in free agency. Who knows? But any of those guys could really get the job done, to be honest. Preferably Tyus Jones. I like Tyus Jones over there in Dallas. I don't mind Chris Paul. I don't mind D'Angelo Russell. I kind of do mind D'Angelo Russell. I prefer a Chris Paul or a Tyus Jones. But, yeah. I'm pretty high on the Mavericks. I think they could be a top 6 seed. Yeah, he's nice. Cooper is good. It's rigged, I believe. I've been hearing a lot of people say it's rigged. I don't personally think so, but I don't know. It is a perfect storyline. You go and you tell the Mavericks, say, hey, you trade Luka Doncic to the biggest market in the league. We'll give you the first round pick next summer. It sounds almost too good to be true. Tyus Jones went to my school. He was nice in high school. Yeah, I believe that. Any NBA player was nice in high school. You seen Draymond Green's high school mixtape? That's unreal. Draymond Green's high school mixtape. If you haven't seen it, after I end the stream, go look up Draymond Green's high school mixtape. You won't regret it. I just farted. My bad, bro. It's all right. I hope this younger generation will make the NBA great again because the LeBron mentality is killing it for a lot of people, in my opinion. What exactly is that LeBron mentality that is killing the game? What is it about LeBron's mentality that's killing the game right now? What do you mean by that? Like, are you saying with, like, the load management? Stuff like that? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean, like, shooting more threes and how LeBron's started to shoot more threes? You didn't see what he said about rings? What did he say about rings? What did he say about rings? I don't know. I guess I didn't see that. No. And load management. Well, yeah, the load management is a separate problem. I don't even think that's all LeBron. He said rings don't matter? He said that? He said they're overrated. That's ridiculous. That's bad. Why would he say that? I didn't see that. He said rings don't matter? That's I refuse to believe he said rings don't matter. That sounds so stupid. There's no shot. Yeah, I mean, he said it was Steve Nash. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not the direction that the game goes in. I hope we don't see more of this Ace Bailey stuff. Talk about this Ace Bailey stuff. This guy comes into the league. He's trying to demand where he goes. Who's the last guy that did that? Steve Francis in '96. Steve Francis did it in '96. Did Kobe do that? Didn't Kobe do that? Steve Francis must have been earlier than '96, right? Maybe Kobe was '96. And he took a shot at Cooper, a slight one. LeBron took a shot at Cooper Flag? What'd he say? What'd he say about Cooper Flag? Phil, just be grateful you made it to the league. Here's the thing, though. I don't even know if it's him, because it might be his manager. I know Kobe was '96, but I don't know about Francis. What year was Steve Francis? Because I know he demanded his way off the team that drafted him, whichever team it was. Just be grateful you made it to the league. Well, I don't know if it's him, because it might be his agency. It might be his agency pulling strings behind the scenes, because he looked content with going to Utah on draft night. He made those TikToks after dancing with Dylan Harper. He seemed like he was happy. But then the day after that, we're hearing that he doesn't want to go to Utah. But a report came out, I think, late in the day yesterday, that he was going to fly out there today. So he might be out there right now. We might see some stuff of him in a Jazz uniform. That would be cool. I hope he can get that sorted out, or get new representation, because that representation is killing his career. It's losing him millions of dollars. It's making him look awful in the media. It's killing his reputation. Francis came in '98 or '99, whichever year he came in. I know he was one of those guys to force off a team that drafted him. It's stupid. That's a bad sign for years to come about what these guys think they're entitled to. Somebody commented on my video like, "Hey, these guys work to get here. They're entitled to say where they want to go. They're grown men." Imagine this: you go and you start at a new job, and you're immediately like, "Hey, I want to be the boss." You can't do that. You can't just come into the workplace and start demanding things. At the end of the day, the NBA is a business. It's a job. It's not something you could just come in and say, "Hey, I run this place now." I don't like that. NIL is making these kids feel like they can do whatever coming into the league. Well, a lot of these guys can make a lot more money than they're going to make in the league in NIL. Like Xavier Lee's going to make like millions of dollars this year in NIL. And who knows, he might go undrafted next year, maybe late second round. Paul George said this is not 2K, get to the league first. He's right. This is not 2K. You can't pick and choose what team you go to. That is crazy that Paul George said that, though, because they could have just drafted Ace Bailey at 3. Ace Bailey comes in there, he's like taking shots at him. LeBron said something about Cooper Flag was drafted with a lot of Hall of Fame players, and that he never had that. What do you mean? I have a Lonzo Ball jersey, bro. I have a Lonzo Ball jersey too. I think it's at my dad's house over in Illinois. I love Lonzo Ball. I wanted him on the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. I wanted Lonzo Ball on the Knicks. I wanted him on the Knicks so badly. I love his game. He would fit perfectly in New York. Behind Jalen Brunson, oh my gosh. That's like the dream pairing. Sorry about that. 66 people in here. What's going on, everybody? We're talking NBA. We're live as much as I can, whether it's daily or once every other day. I'm a Wolves fan. How do you feel about the Cat trade? Personally, my heart is with DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. I love those guys. More so DiVincenzo than Randle after that playoff run last year. But it was a win for the Knicks. Well, I guess you could say both teams won because they both made it to the conference finals. But I was happy with it as a Knicks fan. I feel so bad for Hallie. Yeah, it sucks, man. Seeing Halliburton go down like that like hurt my heart. And especially because he came out so hot in Game 7. I was like, ooh, we're about to have a classic on our hands. And then he goes down and he starts crying immediately. It was awful. Seems he was jealous of the situation that Cooper was drafted in. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. LeBron doesn't seem like that type of guy, but I don't know. You got to see the interview with Steve Nash? Yeah, I do have to see it for myself. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I do have to see it for myself. I'll check it out after the stream while I eat my dinner. How do you feel about the Pacers going into next season after Hallie was out as a Pacers fan? Prayers up for Ty. Yeah. Is Tyrese just probably going to miss all of next year, right? So how do I feel about them going into next season with Hallie out? I don't know. Give Andrew Nembhard the reins. Say, Andrew Nembhard, go out there and do your thing. Hopefully you see Andrew Nembhard have a good leap with Halliburton out, and then he comes back and everyone's just firing on all cylinders next year. I don't know. You start Andrew Nembhard at the 1, Mathurin at the 2, Nesmith at the 3, Siakam at the 4, Turner at the 5. I don't know. You kind of just have to wait. There's not much you can do. Do you think he will come back really good, or do you think he will come back not the same due to injury? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but if recent Achilles injuries have told us anything, it's that it's possible to come back and be good. I mean, Kevin Durant did it, but then again, that's Kevin Durant. But I hope Tyrese comes back and he's better than he was before. I hope Tyrese comes back and he's amazing. Yeah, I was more happy with Dante coming back when I heard the news. If we keep him, hopefully he can get back to his playoff form. I was more happy with Dante coming back when I heard the news. What do you mean coming back? Yeah, that's what they're saying. He's probably out all next year, bro. I'm so mad we didn't draft Nembhard's brother, Ryan. Yeah, you didn't draft Ryan Nembhard, but at the end of the day, what do you get out of that? They'll probably pick him up oh no, did somebody get Ryan Nembhard already? Who picked up Ryan Nembhard in free agency? Because it wasn't the Pacers. But at the end of the day, Ryan Nembhard's just a small 5'11" playmaker. You don't have much use for him other than the fact that he's Andrew Nembhard's brother. Bro, the Pacers are not going to get as far without Hallie. I feel bad, though. Yeah, they probably won't get as far. But who knows? Rick Carlisle's an elite coach. Maybe they can make some magic work over there. From watching college ball this past season, there seems like a lot of talent in this draft, more so than others. Yeah, and I'm hearing next year's draft class is going to be elite, too. You got DeBansta in that draft, Peterson, Boozer, Ament. That's going to be a stats class. Players are just going to keep getting better and better. Seems like the NBA might be trending up. I hope so for us older peeps. Yeah, it's definitely trending up. Skill-wise, it's definitely trending up. He's a free agent right now? Is that true? Ryan Nembhard. I swear, on the night of the second round, was that Thursday night? I think I saw him sign a two-way deal
Playing
somewhere.
from desktop
Alexa, stop. I thought I saw him sign a two-way deal somewhere. Yeah, he's on a two-way contract with the Dallas Mavericks. Ryan Nembhard is on the Dallas Mavericks. So he is not on the market anymore. Man, he looks exactly like Andrew. Wow. They are twins. That's crazy. Oh, my bad. It's all right. No worries. It's hard to keep track of that stuff. I know, right? Yeah, they look stupid, stupidly like. How old is Ryan Nembhard compared to Andrew? What's the age gap there? Oh, I got 44 people in here. Wow, I'm blessed to have all these people in here. This is great. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It means a lot to me. 20, I think. I like to convince me to subscribe. I respect you, young man. Keep grinding, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna try and make this my job one day. This is what I love to do. I love to talk about basketball. I love to watch basketball. This is my thing. So I appreciate that a lot, and I appreciate everyone that subscribes, likes the stream, anything to support. It really means the world to me. Really. What should we chat about? Let's see what I got in here. Let's see. Jeez. Zoe's a great pickup. Yeah, Zoe's an elite pickup. I mean, I can't say it enough how much I love that fit over there in Cleveland. I really do love that. Great leader, great IQ. Yeah, he's gonna be great at leading that second unit. See, they picked up Merrill on a 4-year 38. Maybe that works. Lonzo next to Sam Merrill. I like that. That's a cool, fun duo. Who's a player you miss in their prime? Russell Westbrook. No hesitation, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is the reason I got into basketball. You miss Westbrook? Did you say that after I said? Oh, okay. So we both said Russell Westbrook. Yeah, Russell Westbrook is the reason I got into basketball. Him during those OKC days. Yeah, that his heart. It's like no other player. It's really a sight. Let's see what he has left in his knees. He's still young enough to. How old is Lonzo? Because he's not old at all. His game was beautiful. It's not even that it was like this beautiful thing to watch. It was. He just played with so much heart, and I really respected that. Yeah, Lonzo's 27, so if he can get this injury thing together, it's gonna be scary next season for the Cavs, or for every team that's not the Cavs. It's gonna be very scary, that Cavs team. For me, because I'm a Knicks fan, it's gonna be very scary to play that Cavs team, because that pairing is gonna be elite, and it doesn't take a genius analyst to tell you that pairing is elite. I love it for the Cavs. Can you grab the camera for Lamar Jackson edit? I got you. Let me turn this green screen off, and then I'll get you. As long as you send it to me. This is for the Lamar Jackson edit. There we go. Spida, Lonzo, DG. Yeah. That's an elite trio of front court players. Or sorry, backcourt. Sorry. My apologies. Let's see, where'd my graphic go? That's the only bad thing about the Ball Bros. They are very injury prone. Yeah. In the life of Caden K said hi. What's up, Caden? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. We're talking basketball. We're talking about the new news. Let me pull up Twitter, see if anything news going on. Let's see. Jonathan Kuminga is seeking over $30 million per season on his next contract. Who's going to give $30 million to Jonathan Kuminga? Has Jonathan Kuminga showed that he's worth $30 million a year? Because all he's done is talk. All he's done is talk and say, "Hey, I can be the third guy. I can be the second, third option on a championship team." But you can't just say that, because we haven't seen that. Maybe if he develops a jump shot, maybe if he gets those intangibles right. Asking for $30 million a year. I was high on Kuminga, but $30 million is crazy. Milwaukee Bucks are a team interested in Andrew Wiggins. Milwaukee Bucks are awful. The Lakers should get Andrew Wiggins. I think the Lakers should go get Andrew Wiggins. I think that's a more ideal fit. Except for LiAngelo, he's been swerving in that corner. Oh, for real, bro. He's also injury prone. 30 mil is wild. Yeah, 30 mil is crazy. 30 mil for Jonathan Kuminga, who's proved that he didn't even play last year in the playoffs for the Warriors. He didn't even play. He's asking for $30 million? Get out of here. Let's see. Let's see the LeBron pay cut. Santi Aldama, news on him. Cavs got a better pickup? Are you referring to I assume you're referring to the Lonzo. Yeah. All right. I don't know who's the best center fit for the Lakers, to be honest. Their only option and what fits the best is Clint Capella. Clint Capella fits the best with what the Lakers need right now, and that's a guy that can protect the rim and catch lobs from Luka Doncic. A guy that can work well next to Luka Doncic is key for them, because Luka will inevitably elevate every center he plays next to. So even if you get like a bum or someone who's not the greatest option, Luka will elevate them. He even elevated Jackson Hayes a little bit. Jackson Hayes is not a starting NBA player, but Luka made him not even look that awful. So I'm sure Luka will be able to make any center he plays with look better than they actually are. So whether that's a Clint Capella, whether that is a Brook Lopez, which I don't really love, whoever it is, Luka will be able to elevate their game. It's definitely important, the fit though, and that's why I do fancy Clint Capella more than I do those other guys, those other options, those names that I'm hearing. Did anyone used to watch LNU, the basketball channel? I used to watch LNU. What's up, Bumblebee? What's going on, man? I'm still so confused about the Suns. 2 minutes before they trade for Mark Williams, they draft Kaman, so I don't know what the Suns are doing. Well, I think they're trying to build a great depth chart at that center position, because now you have Kaman Mayuach, you have Mark Williams. They'll probably let Nick Richards walk. I believe Nick Richards is a free agent. If not, they'll trade him, get another asset. They get younger. They get more talented. I like what the Suns were doing with that, actually. Isaac Okoro is just a trade piece at this point. It seems like, yeah. Isaac Okoro will probably bounce around the NBA. I hope he doesn't, but he might. But 6 centers? Who are the 6 centers? You got Iguodala, you got Mayuach, you got Mark Williams, and you got Nick Richards. They're not going to have Nick Richards on the team next year. Iguodala won't play that many minutes. Kaman Mayuach is a project. He's definitely a project. He has all the intangibles to be a great defensive player one day. He's not amazing at it right now, like a lot of people are saying. Kaman Mayuach is heavily overrated as a defensive player right now. But he has the intangibles to be an amazing defensive player one day. And you have Mark Williams now, who is he's a basketball player that you can also build on. He's young, and he's solid. He's played well throughout the first few years of his career. I like what the Suns are doing. So they'll have 3 centers. They'll have Iguodala, they'll have Mayuach, and they'll have Williams. Work is tough. Now I gotta get ready for an XV. What's an XV? I don't think LeBron can win anymore unless they acquire another great player, but LeBron just can't play defense anymore. Yeah. You can see, it's not even that he can't play defense, it's that he takes a couple plays off here and there. He just doesn't have it in him at certain points anymore. Same with Luka Doncic. Him and Luka Doncic together defensively, especially in the playoffs last season, that was awful to watch. I feel like Isaac Okoro will be a player that will go to multiple teams. Yeah, I can see that. I think we get traded a lot. Yeah, a young LeBron, it would be over. Yeah, if a young LeBron was on this Lakers team, they'd be champions next season. I could definitely see it. If you put Miami LeBron on this Lakers team, put 07 LeBron on this Lakers team. It's a girl's 15th birthday. It's big for Latin counties usually. Awesome. What do you think about this? They might be trying to do what the Thunder did with 2 bigs, and they might try Book, Jalen, Bradley, Kaman, and Mark. Is that a good lineup or not? The only thing with that lineup is the spacing. I worry about the spacing with that lineup with Kaman and Mark Williams, because the reason it works for the Thunder so well is because they have a guy like Holmgren next to Hartenstein who can space the floor a little. And then you just have Hartenstein either on that short porch or floating around in the middle. But I don't think that lineup would work. Do you think Bradley Beal should start over Book? No. Oh, over Brook? Brook? Who's Brook? Am I missing something? Brook? I hope you don't mean Devin Booker, because no. Can you grab the camera for Lamar Jackson edit? I got you. Oh, there goes the green screen. Hang on, I got you here. This is for you, that guy. There you go. And then, let's see, where was I? Put this Orlando team back there. Let's see. Unless Luka learns how to play great defense. Yeah, maybe he will. He seems more in shape off the pictures I've seen of him this season. He looks... Why is my face so close up to the thing? Why is my face doing that? There we go. Yeah, Luka, it's not even about the defense at a certain point. It's about effort. He takes plays off because of what he does offensively. I mean, whether it's debatable if it's about what he does offensively or he was out of shape. Whatever it was, he looks more in shape this offseason, so I'm sure that'll help. Unless Dallas needs to trade Kyrie for Dalton Connect and Reeves. Why would they do that? I'd keep Kyrie, and I would definitely keep Kyrie, and I don't even know if I'd necessarily do that if I was the Lakers, but yes, I would. Okoro will be multiple teams. I bet you. Yeah, I could see Okoro bouncing around a little bit. I want to see Wemby bully Holmgren next season. Yeah, that'd be fun. I want to see Wemby do well. I hope he comes back and he's 100% and better. I want everyone on the Mavericks younger than Flag. Well, you kind of kissed that goodbye when you traded away Luka Doncic. Kobe's top 5, and I'm a Kobe guy that was born in 1986. He is. I'm not at all. What are you referring to? Oh, do you think Bradley should start over Dylan Brooks? Good question. I don't think Bradley Beal should be on the team next year. If I was them, I'd release him at this point. But I think they could probably start next to each other. I think they might throw out a lineup of Booker, Beal, Brooks, maybe like a Royce O'Neal, and then Mark Williams. I think that might be the lineup they throw out there. Luka's very capable of defense. We saw it last year with the Mavs in the playoffs. Yeah, but he takes plays off, and you can't do that. You can't do that once you get super deep in the playoffs, and especially when you don't have all plus defenders around you. Like you have LeBron, who also takes plays off because he's 60 years old. For real, they could have gotten more from Cleveland. Yeah, they could have gotten more from Cleveland. They could have gotten more from any other team. It makes me wonder if they even went around and asked other teams, because I'm sure you could have gotten maybe at least a couple second-round picks, maybe a first-round pick on Lonzo Ball if you get the right team. Wemby to Lakers for Austin Reeves in 2 seconds. Wow. How did you even think of that? Kyrie's 36. Defense is all about effort, my boy. Yeah. But it also does take intangibles, and it does take skill at a certain point. But effort is a big part. Cavs don't need a true big. We have Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. Well, yeah, you develop those guys. Who said the Cavs need a true big? That does sound like a good lineup. Yeah, I think that will be the lineup they throw out there. It'll be Booker, Beal, Brooks, Royce, Williams. I think that'll be the 5 that the Suns throw out there. Kobe isn't the GOAT, though. I'd say him and LeBron are flip. Imagine if LeBron had the killer mentality. Sheesh, us older heads just can't put LeBron at 1. What? Who's to say LeBron doesn't have a killer mentality? I think LeBron has a killer mentality. I think he's just a nice guy. You don't get this high up without having a killer mentality. You don't get to being the player that he is and the legend that he is without having a killer mentality. Maybe he doesn't have the killer mentality exactly that guys like Kobe and Jordan did. But you can't say LeBron doesn't have a killer mentality, because he wouldn't be where he is without a killer mentality. Physically, LeBron is the GOAT, but with his mentality, I can't say LeBron's the GOAT. You can say that. But what does that mean? Wait, I'm sorry. Physically, LeBron is the GOAT, but with his mentality, I can't say LeBron is the GOAT. What does that even mean? I don't think I understand what that means. Bulls are your team? Bulls are not my team. Bulls are not my team. But my dad is a diehard fan of the Bulls. So I do have some loyalty laying with the Chicago Bulls. And I have been to the United Center a couple times. He does, but not like MJ or Kobe. Well, yeah, but can you explain what you mean by he's physically the GOAT, but not mentally? Who do you think is the best player in the NBA right now? I think SGA. It's hard to go against Jokic, but with what SGA's done, there's an argument there. There's an argument to be had. But, yeah, I'm not mad at you saying SGA. Not at all. I think that's a fair thing to say. DJ Edits, can you cover the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? I got you. Let me take this green screen off, and I got you. This is for you, DJ Edits. There you go. Okay, why does he keep making my face so big? Send me the video, DJ Edits. Or come back in here and let me know when the edit's done. I'll check it out. I'll show you some love. Let's see, where are we here? We'll throw the trade back up. Best two-way player right now is Giannis. Sure. Yeah, I can get behind that. Best player is Jokic. You think Ant-Man? That's a hot take. You think Ant-Man's the best player in basketball? Ant-Man's in my top 8. Not top 1. Simple as that. In LeBron's physical prime, who was better? I just believe he doesn't have the mentality as of Kobe or MJ. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting what you're saying. Maybe it's me though. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, Ant-Man is for sure top 5 in the NBA right now. But let's make everyone. Let's all collectively make a top 10 in the NBA right now. Number 10. Well, first of all, who do we put on that list? We put SGA. We put Jokic. We put Giannis. And we put, yes, Jokic, SGA, Giannis. Ant-Man's in there. Tatum's in there. You can go a couple directions from here. You could go Luka. You could go with Embiid's not top 10 anymore. Damn, you on any betting platforms? I'm not on any betting platforms. Giannis is not top 3. Giannis is definitely top 3. You say Ant's top 5, but Giannis is not top 3? That's ridiculous, Dion. I can't get behind that. Anyways, so we got our 6. You could go Brunson. You could go Anthony Edwards. Giannis was number 3 in the MVP race. Of course he is. Yeah, Giannis is top 3. You can't go against Giannis being top 3. Number 5, I'd say Tatum. So we could go Jokic and SGA. Those are the top 2. I'm not even going to go into which one is on top of the other because they could really go either way. You go Giannis at 3. Got Spida 10. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I'm seeing the Donovan Mitchell love. You could throw Donovan Mitchell in there. So we got our top 3 here. You could go a couple different directions from where you go with top 4. If we're going off this last season, Luka Doncic is not in my top 4. Rylan Cage, can you put your hand on the camera for Lamar Jackson edit? I got you. And then we'll get back to our rankings. I got you. Send me the edit after, Rylan. Banchero's nice also, bro. Yeah, but he's not top 10 yet. I think he could get to top 10. Maybe at his best next season he can become top 10. He's not top 10 right now as we speak. Banchero's close to top 10? Yeah, that argument could be made. Do we keep Durant in that top 10? Do we keep Durant in that top 10? Elite scorer. Solid defensively. I'd throw Durant in my top 10, yeah. I would throw Durant in my top 10. I'll bring him down and cut it? What does that mean? What does that mean? So we'll go Jokic SGA. You said Durant's not top 10? Yeah, he could be more around the 12 range. He really could. Monkey Prods. Wow, everyone just wants to see the grab the camera for Lamar Jackson edit. I got you. I'll do it for everybody. It's for you, Monkey Prods. I'll do one of those. Keep zooming in on my damn face. Not top 10 anymore. As a scorer, maybe. So what is it that's holding him back? The defense? Because I think the defense, he was the best defender on the Suns last year. But yeah, I see 12 too. Something is up with this Lamar Jackson edit thing. Yeah, the people love to edit me with the Lamar Jackson. the people love that. I don't know. He was bad when he went to the Suns. If you think Kevin Durant was bad when he was with the Suns, Kevin Durant was by no means bad with the Phoenix Suns. Elite offensively, he was their best defender. You can't say he was bad. Whereas Hallie is not in my top 10. I think the people that are saying that Hallie's like top 7, top 8, top 10, I think those people have a little bit too much recency bias. Although I am high on Halliburton. I love Tyrese Halliburton. I think he floats more around that top 15 range. I don't think Halliburton is top 10 right now. But who knows, maybe when he comes back the season after next, he is top 10. I'm not going to say that's not possible. Halliburton could definitely become top 10 at a certain point in his career. I just don't think he's there right now. He was the best player in the playoffs. He was not the best player in the playoffs. He was definitely not the best player in the playoffs. Yeah, he's too old. He can't take over like he used to. As players get older, it's hard to impose your will. If Durant wins in his prime, if Durant was in his prime, the Suns would be competing for championships. If I don't think the Suns would be competing for championships if they had Kevin Durant in his prime. I don't think Kevin Durant right now and Kevin Durant in his prime is the difference maker from whether they're contenders or not. I really don't think that the difference between Kevin Durant in his prime to Kevin Durant right now is that massive. There's a difference, but I don't think the difference between prime Kevin Durant and Kevin Durant today is as crazy as like prime LeBron to LeBron now. I think that gap is a lot bigger than what Kevin Durant is. DJ Edits, you posted it? All right, I'll show you some loves. Let me go to your channel real quick. I'll drop a sub for you, DJ Edits, and I'll watch it later. What about top defenders currently? Top 10 defenders. You go Evan Mobley. You go Dyson Daniels. Thank you. No problem, DJ Edits. That's why they trade him. Yes, they would. I believe there's a major difference. I remember. What is the major difference? I remember when he was in Seattle. He was in Seattle for one season, and then it was his rookie year when he didn't even shoot the ball that great. I think the Rockets will be a much better team. The Rockets will be a much better team. The Rockets will be the 2 seed next year. They were already the 2 seed this year, but the Rockets will definitely be a 2 seed next year. And who knows? Maybe they do give OKC a run for their money. I don't think they will beat them, but who knows? Maybe a Kevin Durant-led Rockets team gives OKC a run for their money because you have all defenders around Kevin Durant. You have a bunch of young guys who are progressing. Amen Thompson may just have an all-star year next year. He might, because I don't even think the difference in touches will be that drastic. Because you have Kevin Durant, Jalen Green. At this point, Kevin Durant does not shoot the ball that much more than Jalen Green does. Jalen Green shoots the ball a lot. So you lose that guy. You bring in another high-usage scorer, somewhat high-usage scorer. Because Kevin Durant's usage isn't even that high. He just gets buckets when he gets the ball. And so Amen Thompson might get more touches next year while he's progressing and getting better offensively. I'm just saying I'm old, and I remember the impact he made. Fair. Put your hand on the camera for Lamar Jackson edit. Okay. A lot of people have been asking me about the Lamar Jackson edit. I got you. This is for you, Noah Coleman. Send it to me after. Send it to me. How far do you think the Rockets will make it this year? I think 3rd round exit, so conference finals. Yeah, I could see him getting to the conference finals and losing to OKC. Maybe the talent has gotten better in the NBA, or Durant has lost a step. Durant's lost a step, and the talent has gotten better, but Durant hasn't lost so many steps to a point where he can't hang and where he's not a top 12 to 15 player in the league. We got to remember that one player right now isn't always the difference on teams. It's the depth. Yeah, but Houston gets that one player who could be a difference, plus they keep their depth because they only gave up Jalen Green, who wasn't much of an impact player in the playoffs last year, and you give it Dillon Brooks, who was an impact player, but Kevin Durant's arguably a better defender than Dillon Brooks, plus he's 5 times the offensive player, even at the old age he's at. What is he, 37? My opinion, I respect that. I respect that thought process. I respect that. He can hang, but he used to be a top 3 player. Yeah. Yeah. And I think him dropping in the rankings is a combination of the league getting better and him losing a step. He doesn't move the needle like he once did. So thought process. Let me ask you this: Do you think the Rockets are a better team after the Kevin Durant trade? And if so, how much does he move the needle for them? I get that one player isn't always it. Hell, I didn't even believe in Golden State Warriors when they got Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy really moved the needle for that Warriors team. Jimmy really made that Warriors team way better than they were before. Because they were what, 500, maybe just above, maybe just below. They were teetering around that 500 range. Jimmy comes over and they're, what were they, 20 games above 500 with him? Yeah, they were good. I hope that Warriors team is good next year too. I'm rooting for that Warriors team. They're a fun team. I think Ball signing means Jerome might be going somewhere else. Yeah, I think it's confirmed at this point that Ty Jerome will be going somewhere else, especially because Sam Merrill just got his deal for a 4-year, 38. I think it's confirmed Jerome will go somewhere else. They were in 11th at one point, went to 6th. Yeah, that's how much he impacted that team. He really impacted that team. 1 SGA, 2 Joker, 3 Ant-Man, 4 Giannis, 5 Hallie, 6 Spida, 7 Cat, 8 Brunson, 9 KD. My opinion, respectfully. Dion, I can't say that I agree with your opinion, but I respect your opinion. Dion, you're insane. I like Jerome even though he didn't have a good series versus Indy. Yeah, he really disappeared versus Indy, didn't he? I'm high on Jerome too. I like that jump he had. I think it was a lot of fun for the Cavs off the bench. They're better as far as scoring, but no, I'm not sure they're better because of KD. They might be better because the younger guys on the Rockets are improving. We'll see. Let me put it like this: the Kevin Durant is as good, if not better, at Dylan Brooks' defense than Dylan Brooks defensively. Offensively, Kevin Durant is infinitely better than Jalen Green. Right? How can you say that doesn't move the needle for them? And just the pure gravity he has. That's a needle changer on its own. But add the scoring, add the defense. Kevin Durant moves the needle for them in a big way. And he makes them better. Bumblebee, I don't know, bro. This is me. The Rockets center is great. Yeah, Sengun. Thompson, Eason, even Smith. All those guys are going to progress. I hope Reed Shepherd gets in that rotation. Maybe Whitmore, but I heard they're going to try and move Whitmore. All right, bro, I have to head out. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Nice talking to you guys. Later, Dion. Pleasure having you in here. Be sure to join again. It was a pleasure. Rockets still have a lot of picks. They're in a good position. Yeah, the Rockets are in a great position. The fact that they only had to give up the 10th pick and 2 seconds for Kevin Durant, that's great. The Phoenix Suns definitely could have gotten more. Maybe even from Houston, but probably somewhere else. But he won't make them better more than the younger players' ascension. And he's a year older, but let's see. I'm confident that Kevin Durant will be... He'll move the needle for them. But yeah, your opinion, my opinion. That's all right. Where's Dion? Peace. Peace out, Dion. Pleasure having you in here. Pleasure. So we got 38 people in here and 16 likes. We got to get this likes up and the subscribers up. We're on the road to 1,000. I appreciate everybody for joining the live. This live has been doing well. I think this is my best live I've ever had. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. I really do. Gained 20 subscribers this live. That's big for me. I really appreciate that. Let's see. What are we talking now? What do you guys want to talk about now? I personally like Lonzo to the Cavs. If he can stay healthy and still be the good defender that he is, they might have the best shot right now to make the Eastern Conference Finals with all the other injuries. Yeah, the East, that's another factor. The East is wide open because the Celtics probably won't be in that picture. The Pacers probably won't be in the picture. You got the Magic ascending a little bit, and you got the Knicks and the Cavs. From there, it's downhill. From there, it's really downhill. So yeah, the Cavs could really make some noise. And they could go to the finals. Give this kid a like. Thanks, thought process. KD has missed a lot of games the last 5 seasons. I'd probably take the under on 50 games. The under on 50 games is crazy. He played 62 games last year at 82. Or 60 or 62, somewhere around that range. So yeah, he is missing a couple of games, but I don't know. I'm not going to bet on him missing games. It just feels wrong to me. He needs to be there for the playoffs. Yeah, he doesn't need to be there for the playoffs, or else this trade will be a whole nothing burger. What grade are you in? I am in 11th grade. 11th grade, Partha. Magic will be a lot higher on placement next season. Yeah, because what were they? 8th, 7th seed this year? They'll probably be a 4 or 5 seed next year, especially with the Pacers and Celtics out of the picture. Out of the picture. The East will be fun next season. The East, if anything, the West will be really fun. The East might not be that fun. We might see teams with losing records be our 8 seeds, 7 seeds. Yeah, I'll take the under also. KD's still great, but as you get older as a player, your impact on winning just isn't the same. I've seen so much well players over the years. Just what I've seen to form my opinion. Yeah, you could say that. But also, in years past, players didn't have the technology and didn't have the longevity that we're seeing players nowadays have. So there's always evolution there, and that's always a factor. That's dope. I'm 55 low. I've watched a lot of hoops going back to the 70s. Wow. Pleasure to have you in here. Gibson. Why do people bet this is how you go broke? Said that's what's up, Gibson. Yes, sir, Gibson. I think people just bet to have fun. I think people just bet to enhance their watching experience. What kind of cap space is Milwaukee working with if Giannis wants to stay? What moves can they make? They can't make that many moves, right? Because they got Giannis's contract, Dame's contract. You got Kuzma's contract on the books. You got Connaughton's contract on the books. There's not a lot of breathing room there. There's not. They'll have their mid-level exception. From there, you can't really go a lot of directions. You have to go with the veteran minimums. I'm pretty sure Gary Trent's a free agent. You got to bring him back. KD can definitely help on 2K26. Yeah, that team's going to be insane on 2K26. Milwaukee is a poverty franchise. Yeah. Yeah. They will not be good next year. I've never seen such outrageous claims in my 71 years. What? Maybe in dog years. Thought process is a funny guy. Thought process. I gotta grab dinner in a minute. I'm hungry. I got dinner with the girlfriend's family tomorrow. It's just a little personal thing. Excited. At least Giannis got his chip. Yeah. I can't believe Giannis got his chip, to be honest. How old are you again? I'm 17. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if I should say how old I am. I'm in 11th grade. I don't know what the difference is there, but 11th grade just sounds older. What you finna eat, my guy? I got this, I picked up this chicken broccoli, like, in a container. Chicken and broccoli, so I'll probably just have that. Can never go wrong with that. I like Portland. I think we might be able to contend for a play, and we will be fun to watch. Yeah, that defense is going to be great. That defense is going to be elite with Drew Holiday. I like what they're trying to build over there with that defensive mentality. I really do like that. Portland is taking the Chinese guy. Portland taking the Chinese guys is CCP soft power? CCP, what is that? What is that? But yeah, I didn't like that pick at all. I think they could have got him later. I think it was stupid to trade down from 11 just to get like a couple future seconds, right? Maybe one first. Well, I don't even remember what exactly they traded for. But yeah, I didn't like that pick for Portland. Where's Westbrook gonna go? Back to the Rockets? I think that'd be fun if he went back to the Rockets. I don't think he'd play a lot of minutes, but I think it'd be fun to see him and KD back together. Do you play? I do play. I do play high school basketball. But so did SGA. SGA did what? What do you mean, so did SGA? Hansen Yang? Is it Yang Hansen? Is it Yang Hansen or Hansen Yang? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I don't like that pick for the Trailblazers. The NBA is open for anyone to win now. This era is open. I subbed, have to go, everyone. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Gibson. You have a good weekend. I gotta go get ready, but you know I'll be here next time. Have a good one, Bumblebee. Do some good work. SGA won like Giannis. Yeah. But SGA's team is a lot better than Giannis's. I wouldn't say the NBA is open for anyone to win, because that Thunder team is going to be good. As next year, they're going to be elite. That team's going to be very good next year. But the year after that, yeah, the NBA will be open, because the new CBA is going to hit them eventually. I think eventually they're going to have to move Hartenstein. Sorber. I assume they're going to try and have Sorber take over that starting center position. Maybe they draft somebody next year. They have like 3 first-round picks that have good value next year. Maybe they can get rotational guys after the CBA hits them in that draft. Who knows? But that team's going to be great for a while. Goes to show you how great Giannis is? Yeah. It really does. Yeah, they're going to start getting paid. Yeah, all of those guys are going to start getting paid. Let's go over all the guys that are going to need to get paid on that OKC team. You're going to need to pay SGA. You're going to need to pay J-Dub. You're going to need to pay Cason Wallace. You're going to need to pay even a Jalen Williams. You might need to pay him too. You're going to need to pay Chet Holmgren. You're not going to be able to keep all those guys. It's going to be Hartenstein that gets moved. And then from there, you might even have to make some moves with some other guys, a part of that young core. Like, you might have to move some of those guys too. This new CBA is really coming down on teams that are giving out a lot of money. Careful now, don't jinx OKC. That Achilles bug seems to come for anyone, LOL. Yeah, what's up with that Achilles thing? Kyrie was ACL, right? But you had Halliburton with the Achilles, Tatum with the Achilles. It'll be hard for him to keep them together. Yeah, it'll be borderline impossible for them to keep that team together. Like, unless guys start taking pay cuts. Unless guys really start taking pay cuts. That's the only way that this team stays together. And once I get to, I'm trying to get to 800 subscribers on the stream, and then I'm going to go grab some dinner. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. Like the stream, show some love. Tyrese was Achilles. Yeah, Tyrese was Achilles. Tatum was Achilles. Yeah. Tyrese was Achilles. He ruptured his Achilles. I think it was his right Achilles in that Game 7. Yeah, that sucks. Doesn't that really suck? The Tatum thing was heartbreaking. I'm a Knicks fan, and I was watching, I think it was Game 5 when Tatum did it. No, it was Game 4. And seeing Tatum go down like that was heartbreaking. As a Knicks fan, you always want to beat the Celtics, but that's the last way you want to beat the Celtics. It was heartbreaking. It shut down. It shut down what the Knicks were doing that game, because the Knicks were building momentum, and the Knicks were having a great game, and they were gonna go up 3-1 nonetheless. But it sucked to see Tatum go down like that. It really did. Let's see. Anyways. They're trading with 5 guys. They're training with 5 guys doing crazy drills. Yeah, maybe it is the training. Maybe it is the training that's making all these players get hurt. Maybe it's how long the season is, but it didn't seem to bug people back in the day. And back in the day, there was no load management. I know Thought Process knows all about this. Guys were playing a lot of games with no load management. So maybe it's the training. Who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. Go get your grub on, young fella. No. I gotta hit 800 subscribers on this stream, and then I will go eat. Then I'll let myself go grab some. Who's your team? I'm a Knicks fan. Been one all my life. Yeah, I'll always be a Knicks fan. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Guys didn't want to miss games back then. If you were the Cavs GM, how would you change things to make your team better in the postseason? That's a great question, isn't it? Well, I think you took a step in the right direction with the Lonzo Ball trade. Other than that, you kind of just got to let your guys progress, right? Do you move on from Darius Garland? I don't think you move on from Darius Garland. I don't know, though. I love DeAndre Hunter. I love that acquisition last season at the deadline. I love Mobley. I love Allen. Allen will always be solid. I don't know. They're in a weird spot of like they're good, but I don't know if they're good enough to win a ring. Guys seem to like playing basketball more back then. They appreciated the fans more. Yeah, it's there's a lot of, money is a bigger factor now. I think it's easy to see that. Yeah, you got to let the team progress. Garland's a good player. Yeah, DG and Zoe will play make amazingly together. Yeah, and Zoe's like perfect to back up Darius Garland as well. It doesn't get more perfect than Lonzo Ball if he can play as well as I think he can, if he is fully healthy. That's where I'm at with that team. You gotta let things progress, and trust that you made the right move with the Lonzo Ball deal, and trust that he can be healthy. That's what I'm thinking. But their backcourt is too small, so they might trade Garland or Mitchell. But Lonzo Ball helps out with that, because then last season you had Ty Jerome behind Garland and Mitchell, and he was a smaller guy too. Lonzo Ball's a big guy. Lonzo Ball's a big guard. He's 6'5", 6'6", big guy, and he plays somewhat big too. He uses his size to his advantage. He uses that wingspan to his advantage to poke balls away. I think it's gonna be really fun to see what Lonzo can do, backing up Darius Garland. He might do a better job at playing winning basketball and fitting in with this Cavs team than Ty Jerome did. And all you had to do was give up Isaac Okoro, who was putting up stinkers in the playoffs last year. It's a great trade. Let's see. All right, I might log off here. Might log off the stream. I don't know if we're gonna hit the 800, but I am pretty starving. So I appreciate everyone for dropping in. I really do. I will be sure to subscribe and like and turn on the notifications, because who knows, maybe I go live later tonight. Maybe I go live tomorrow. Whenever I have the time. Sorry for interrupting, but would you trade Kobe White? I would trade Kobe White at the deadline this year. If I was the Bulls, I'm trading. Maybe I'll stay on live a little longer. I would trade Kobe White at the deadline, because I think he might even play better throughout the year, because we saw him progressively get better throughout the year last season. So maybe he starts averaging 24, 25 points a game this year. And maybe he can increase his value even more. And you sell high on him at the deadline for a team that needs him, like the Timberwolves. Maybe the Timberwolves swoop in and say, hey, we need him. And you trade Kobe White and get a couple picks out of him. I don't know if you do it right now, though. I just don't know. Who knows, though? Anything could happen. Anything could really happen at this point in the NBA. Peace, man. Have a good day. And thank you. No problem, man. Everybody, subscribe. Be sure to like the stream. And,
Playing from desktop LO6B7G.
Alexa, stop. And just, be here next time I go live. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you to everybody. This was my best stream ever. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. And, yeah, have a great rest of your day, your weekend, your night. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Have a good one, guys. Peace.